What if I told you the money you use every day might not actually exist the way you think it does, and that there's a completely different system described over 1400 years ago that solves problems modern finance is still struggling with today? Most people never question money. You earn it, you spend it, you save it. But almost nobody stops to ask, what is money really? And more importantly, is the system you trust actually stable or just built on belief? Welcome to Islam of Math, where we break down complex ideas into simple patterns you can actually understand. Before we go deeper, take 1 second, tap subscribe, because what you're about to understand will completely change how you see money forever. Right now, most of the world runs on digital money. Your salary, just numbers on a screen. Your bank balance, a database entry. Even cash is slowly disappearing. In the United States, over 90% of money is already digital, no physical form, just signals moving between computers. Let's break this down simply. Imagine your bank shows you $10,000. You feel secure, right? But here's the hidden reality. The bank doesn't actually hold your full $10,000 in cash. It only keeps a small fraction, sometimes less than 10%. The rest? It's created through a system called fractional reserve banking. Here's the math behind it. If you deposit $1,000, the bank might keep $100 and lend out $900. That $900 gets deposited again, then 90% of that is lent out again, and this cycle repeats. From your original $1,000, the system can create nearly $10,000 in total money supply. Pause for a second. That means most of the money in the system is created from debt, not from real assets, not from real value, but from lending. Now ask yourself, what happens when too many people want their money back at the same time? This is where things get unstable, because the system depends on trust, not reality. This is why financial crises happen. Now let's shift perspective. What if money wasn't based on debt, but based on real value? This is where the Islamic money system becomes fascinating. In Islamic finance, money is not meant to grow by itself. Money is a medium of exchange, not a tool to generate profit on its own. That's a completely different mindset. In modern finance, money makes money. In Islamic finance, value creates money. Let's simplify this with a comparison. In the digital system, you can earn money just by lending money and charging interest. In the Islamic system, earning comes from trade, risk, and real economic activity. This is where the concept of riba comes in, often translated as interest, but it's deeper than that. Riba is about guaranteed profit without risk, and mathematically, this creates imbalance. Let's think about it. If one side is guaranteed profit and the other side carries all the risk, over time, wealth concentrates. This is not just theory. This is exactly what we see today. A small percentage of people control a large portion of global wealth. Now compare that to Islamic principles. Profit must come with risk. If you invest, you share both profit and loss. This creates balance, because mathematically, risk is distributed, not concentrated. Now here's something even more interesting. Islamic money historically was tied to physical assets, like gold and silver. Why does that matter? Because it limits artificial expansion. You can't just create gold out of nothing, which means money supply grows naturally, not artificially. Now compare this to digital money today. Governments can increase money supply instantly, just by printing or even pressing a button. More money, but same amount of goods. What happens? Inflation. Your money loses value without you even realizing it. Think about this. If your money loses 7% value every year, in 10 years, you've lost nearly half your purchasing power without spending anything. That's the hidden cost of modern money. Now imagine a system where money holds its value better, where it's tied to real assets, where growth comes from real trade. That's the idea behind Islamic finance. But here's where it gets even more powerful. Islamic systems also include something called zakat, a fixed percentage of wealth redistributed every year. This is not charity in the usual sense. It's a built-in economic balancing mechanism. If wealth stays idle, it decreases. If wealth circulates, it grows. And mathematically, circulation increases overall economic activity. Now think about modern systems. Wealth can sit in accounts, growing through interest without benefiting society directly. In Islamic economics, idle wealth is discouraged, circulation is encouraged, and mathematically, circulation increases overall economic activity. Now here's the question most people don't ask. Which system is more stable long-term? A system based on debt expansion, or a system based on real value and shared risk? This is not about saying one system is perfect, but about understanding the patterns behind them, because once you see the math, you can't unsee it.
Digital money gives speed, convenience, global access. Islamic principles give balance, fairness, and stability. So the real question becomes, can the future combine both? A system that uses digital technology, but follows ethical and mathematical balance. That's where things get very interesting. Because today, even modern financial experts are starting to question the current system. Debt levels are rising globally, currencies are losing value, and trust, the core of digital money, is being tested. Now imagine a future where money is digital but backed by real assets, fast but ethically controlled, global but balanced. That's not just theory anymore. That's a direction many systems are slowly exploring, and it aligns closely with principles described centuries ago. So next time you check your bank balance, ask yourself, is this real value or just a number supported by belief? Because understanding this difference might be one of the most important financial insights of your life. If this changed the way you see money, comment value below. I want to know how many people are actually thinking deeper about this, and share this video with someone who believes money is just money, because once they see this, they'll never look at it the same way again. This is Islam of Math, where numbers reveal truths most people never notice.